over Kerry in their first match, and they were the better side against a new look Limerick at Semple Stadium in Thurles yesterday. Con Murphy now reports.
Well, there's no doubt about it. The early exchanges in this one ensured that the champions knew they were in a match. Dermot O'Sullivan and Brian Begley, perhaps a little lucky that referee Aidan McSivna didn't take firmer action. Just a yellow card for each of them following this incident. Thankfully, what could have turned ugly instead turned into a highly entertaining match. Cork never had to hit top gear against a Limerick side fielding 4 championship debutants. One of those, cornerback Stephen Lucy, replaced after only 20 minutes, having been given a torrid time by Shawnee McGrath. Good finish by McGrath for Cork's opening goal. Limerick did get to within 2 points of Cork early in the second half. James Butler's goal, again an example of top-class finishing. And that was as close as Limerick were to get. On the subject of top-class finishing, there are a few better in the game than Cork's Joe Dean. A 9-point winning margin for Cork, 217 to 111.
Yeah, Cork doing enough to keep the gap between themselves and their challengers at the end. So after 2 games, the champions still look good, and they're now guaranteed with at least 2 more outings in the championship. However, having said all that, some people have doubts about them. John Bradley from Cork, Liam, rang to say that they were lost in midfield, and with that kind of poor performance around the midfield, they won't go too much further. What do you think of Cork?
Yeah, in fairness, the midfield has been a problem. Go through last year's championship, they struggled in midfield, but they still won the All-Ireland final. And to do that, it must mean that your half-back line must be very, very strong. So, OK, I feel they have to make inroads in the middle of the park, because someday they're going to get caught because of that. Because if you look at Limerick yesterday, won the middle of the field hands down as well.
Yeah. What about the incidents that took place in the game yesterday? We had a lot of phone calls about that as well. Like Willie McGrath from Cork, actually, he thought that Jim O'Sullivan was very lucky. Johnny Geraghty rang us in as well. Rule for one, different rule for somebody in football who just verbally abused the referee and gets a long suspension.
Yeah, probably so. I thought Dermot was foolish for what he did, because he didn't have to do that so early on in the game. He didn't have to do it at all. Yeah. But he has this determined look about himself, and he likes to show that on the field. And he comes to every ball in a determined way, and that's his strong point. But he was foolish to revert to what he did yesterday.
Okay.